helping make your life easier. Moms Every Day.
Welcome to Moms Every Day. I'm your host, Jen Lennon. Today I'm joined by Levi Heidrich. He's from Heidrich, Colorado Tree Farm Nursery. Levi, welcome.
Good morning, Jen.
Now, Levi, it's the middle of summer, and I know the temperatures can get quite warm around this time, and so we're thinking about watering. What do we need to know about watering our plants and trees and things?
Well, you've got to understand, as our temperatures starting to rise, we'll probably be in the mid-90s most of the time now for highs, upper 80s, that trees are going to transpire more water, shrubs are going to transpire more water through their leaves, so they need more moisture.
Okay, describe transpire.
Transpiration is just basically when air moves through the leaves and they're giving off moisture to survive.
Okay.
And they're giving off more moisture through transpiration. They're going to absorb more to their root system.
Okay, so they're thirsty.
Yeah, they're thirsty. They're using more water. So properly watering these plants in the hot times is important, and understanding that you can overwater and drown and damage trees. Most plants and trees are actually overwatered more than underwatered.
Really? Okay, so let's talk about that. I know we have some pictures. First of all, talking about how to water your trees.
You want to put water on slowly. So here's a photo of a root ball that's been planted slightly above grade. You can set your hose on the high side of the root ball, and you want to turn the water on to a slow drip. We don't want water to run off. We want it to soak in.
Okay.
And whether you're in sand or clay, in a sandy soil, water is going to move through faster, so you'll want it for just a little bit longer. In clay, water is going to it's not going to move as fast. It's going to stay around longer. So we're going to do that long, slow saturation, but we're not going to have to water as often in a clay soil as we would in a sandy soil. This picture, I was checking a root ball for a customer, and I dug 6 inches outside the root ball and 6 inches down, and the soil made a nice moist clump. So at that point, we don't need to add water. It's got enough moisture in the ground to keep going.
Okay.
This photo was another tree in our yard where I checked the same depth, 6 inches outside the root ball and 6 inches down, and the soil was dry and crumbly. It wouldn't stick together. So this tree was actually, now it needed water.
Okay, so let me go over that process again. If you want to check, because what you're saying to me is you can actually be overwatering them even though it's really hot.
Yeah, and most damage occurs from too much water. Plants that are planted too deep in a clay soil, maybe they get hit by a lawn sprinkler as well, or the drip irrigation's running and it's not being checked.
Okay.
Every plant is different because our soil types change so quickly around here and the way water moves through the soil. You want to check each plant. If a plant looks sick, don't assume it's just too dry. Wilting and things like that can also occur when a plant's staying too wet. You're actually rotting it. And it gives you the same symptoms. So if something looks stressed or not right, dig down and see how muddy it is. Does the soil smell earthy and organic, or does it smell rotten? If it's rotten and stinky or it's just real mucky, you need to figure out why it's staying too wet and back off on the water a little bit.
I guess you would never really think about the fact that you could sort of drown a plant here in Colorado, but you can.
Yeah, exactly. You think how dry we usually are, but most of the times when we see problems with plants, it's water or soil related, and it usually stems from an irrigation system that's not working properly. You've got rain and sprinkler runoff that's keeping an area wet. If you have problems in an area, you can adjust by planting the plant higher in a wet area. That'll help, or just back off and just make sure, even though if you have an automated irrigation or drip system, check your plants. Everything's not equal. The same plant in two different locations might need water just a little bit differently.
Kind of like kids. Not all kids are the same.
They're all different.
Not all your plants are the same. So you said to go 6 inches over and 6 inches down.
Outside.
That's a good testing range.
Check the soil on trees, on newly planted shrubs, container shrubs. You want to kind of check the root ball too, because they're in such a light soil media that sometimes they'll dry out a lot faster than the native soil, and that can create a barrier where you may have to water a little more frequently just to get the roots established, and then you go to that 6 inch rule.
Okay, and if you find that it is dry, that's when you need to do that really saturated watering.
Yeah, and just remember, put water on slowly and saturate deeply, but don't water infrequently and often. Long saturations, not as frequently, is better than watering every day or every 2 days. You want to really check it, and long thorough soaks are better than infrequent shallow waterings.
Okay, I always learn so much. Thank you, Levi. I appreciate it. And for more information on Heidrich's Colorado Tree Farm Nursery, you can go to our website, momseveryday.com. Thank you for joining me today and every day. I'm your host, Jen Lennon, for Moms Every Day.